My online business partner stole millions from me. I thought I had it all figured out. I'd met Jason in college, and we shared the same vision, to create an online business that could grow fast and change our lives. We started small, brainstorming ideas in coffee shops and late-night Zoom calls, fueled by ambition and energy. After months of planning, coding, and endless revisions, we launched our platform, a service that promised convenience and speed to our growing user base. The first few months were rough. There were bugs to fix, complaints to handle, and sleepless nights as we tried to scale the business. But slowly, things started clicking. Users started signing up in droves. Social media buzzed with reviews. Investors showed interest. And then finally, the numbers were there. Our business was making real money. Millions, in fact. I thought all our hard work had paid off. Jason was the charming face of the company. He handled meetings with investors, presented our growth charts, and even spoke at conferences about our success. I stayed mostly behind the scenes, handling operations, tech support, and the back-end systems. I trusted him completely. I had to. After all, he was my partner, my friend, my brother in ambition. But one day, everything went wrong. I logged into our accounts and froze. The funds were gone. Every last dollar. Millions evaporated overnight. Panic set in. I called Jason, demanding answers. His voicemail picked up. I tried texting him. No response. I reached out to investors and employees. No one had heard from him either. It didn't take long for the truth to sink in. Jason had stolen everything. Every bit of profit, every investment, every savings we had accumulated, it was gone. He had disappeared without a trace, leaving me to face the aftermath alone. The worst part wasn't just the money. It was the devastation of trust. I had vouched for him. I had introduced him to investors. I had built my credibility on our partnership. Now every email I sent was met with skepticism. Every investor meeting was a challenge. Every potential client second-guessed me. My reputation, painstakingly built over years, was in ruins. I spent weeks trying to track him down, hiring private investigators, scouring online forums, even following digital breadcrumbs. All I found were fake accounts, false locations, and dead ends. Meanwhile, the creditors started calling. Employees demanded their salary. I was drowning in responsibility and debt, unable to stop the bleeding. And yet, through all of this, I refused to give up. I documented everything: emails, contracts, chat logs, invoices, and reported it to the authorities. They opened an investigation, but with Jason moving fast and staying hidden, there was little they could do immediately. Each day was a mixture of hope and despair, wondering if I would ever see him or my money again. Months later, a glimmer of progress emerged. A tip led investigators to a digital footprint he had left behind. Turns out, he had been funneling funds through offshore accounts, laundering money, and creating layers of deception that made him nearly untouchable. But finally, the pieces started to fall into place. Jason was located, arrested, and charged with multiple counts of fraud and embezzlement. Even after the arrest, the emotional toll remained. I had to rebuild my business from scratch, repair my relationships with investors, and prove that I could still run a company ethically. The betrayal cut deep by someone I trusted implicitly, someone I considered a brother. It left me questioning every friendship, every partnership, every deal I made thereafter. Looking back, I learned lessons that money could never teach. I learned to verify, double-check, and protect myself legally. I learned that charm and eloquence can mask greed. But most of all, I learned resilience. Even after the devastation, after losing millions and facing humiliation, I found a way to keep moving forward. I rebuilt my business, slowly, step by step. I became stronger, wiser, more cautious. And as much as the scars remain, as much as I sometimes replay those moments of betrayal in my mind, I also remember something important. I survived. I didn't let Jason's greed define my future. I took back control, piece by piece, proving to myself that trust is powerful, but vigilance is even more powerful.